I never understand how technology works. So I'm always a bit caught off guard by how simple this entire process might seem to some people. Well, got a pile of orders. So for those of you watching later, it's time to work and chat with whoever shows up. Although I did pick a weird time to do it, so let's see. How many orders I got? 17. Some guy wants 10 copies of Vindictive Vampire. That'd be fun. God. Can't say I'm a big fan of seeing my hair like this. Oh well. On one hand, I want to cut it shorter. But on the other hand, I want it to grow longer. Get a big, kick-ass ponytail. I don't know. I feel like every time I let it go long, I end up cutting it not too long after anyway. So. Print. And open up. That is the wrong tab. I'm bad at technology. Any second now. Start. Go. Come on. There we go. I feel like it's always a mystery whether or not my printer is going to work. Oh, no. Echoing. Ugh. Yeah, no. I feel like it's always a mystery whether or not my printer is going to work today. It's kind of cold in here. Okay, I can see my breath, but I can see that it's not showing up on the camera. It's fine. Whatever. Got the heater on. I've got this foot heater on. I've got that heater on over there. So it'll be warm in here in a bit. I ain't too concerned. Not too concerned. Alright. Let's divvy up these orders and see what we're dealing with today. Magic. Time Spiral Remastered. Bunch of Dominaria too. What is going on? Flesh and Blood, Crucible of War, first edition. Love to see that. More Dominaria. List reprints, but on the bottom, I'll grab you last. Ravnica, OG Ravnica, hell yeah. Another for Dominaria. Another for Time Spiral Remastered. Noticing a pattern. A lot of these ordered from like the same 2 or 3 sets. It's pretty good. Dominaria. Dominaria and Time Spiral Remastered. Not sure how where I'll put you. There's fine. This guy ordered 36 cards from Uprising. It's pretty good. I feel like I like that set a lot more than other people do. But it might be because I have close to 10,000 cards from Uprising listed, so I'm really happy whenever it sells. Final Elves. Masters. Gatecrash. Ravnica Allegiance. Find you guys there. So it's all magic and flesh and blood today. Oh well. Would really like to see some of my Pokemon stuff moving, but it is what it is. I feel like my entire Pokemon inventory ground to a halt in the last, like, 3 weeks. Vanguard too, but I don't have a whole lot of Vanguard stuff listed. And I'm kind of worried about my Force of Will inventory too, since I've got a lot of that. And while it continues to sell pretty good, like my Force of Will cards, when they sell, they're worth money, but they aren't selling as much. I'd have to look into that. Anywho, I don't have a calculator out here. Crap. I'm going to be like in like a minute or so. No, where did... Maybe I'm not leaving. I'm just trying to think where the calculator would be. Usually when I'm doing this part of the orders, I haven't done this since live streaming. But I'm trying to keep track of all my sales data on a big spreadsheet. Usually I just use the phone, but I'm using the phone to live stream. All right, I'm going to see if I can find a calculator in the main building. I'll be right back in like a minute or two. Don't go anywhere. It's dark out here. Alright, I'm back. Turns out I do indeed have a calculator. I kind of thought I had, but it is what it is. Man, I look so fat. Whoop, down I go. And over I go. I'm back. I know I probably could have counted this manually, but I'm a lazy guy, so. Not bad. I know nearly $10 for a fat stack of magic cards doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're selling them for like 15 cents a piece for most of your bulk crap, it's actually not that bad. do the flesh and blood stuff too quick. Get it out of the way. Ah, that's why. That is not the right. There we go. I'm not as dumb as the calculator's trying to make me out to be. And I got some expenses for later, but I'm going to dig those receipts out when I feel like digging them out. So now you can go over there. We can get started. So I hope you guys realize that took way longer than it should have, and maybe I should have done the whole printing and counting thing before I started the live stream. I will do that in the future, probably. As long as I remember to. In case you guys haven't caught on yet, I'm not exactly the smartest guy out there. But it is what it is. Let's get started. This is for later. Dominaria, Dominaria, Dominaria. Dominaria. Dominaria? Dominaria. So many Dominaria cards. Jeez. I don't know what's going on with that set. Why there is a bunch of orders for it. And visions. One order has some visions stuff in it. Nothing wrong with that, but alright. Broken Bond, Danitha, Curator's War, Danitha, Song of Freya. Okay, so it's both boxes. Woohoo! There we go. And I'm back. Alright. Alright. Curator's Ward. One of those. Danitha Capuchin. Danitha Capuchin. Another Curator's Ward that I missed. And I need Broken Bond. Broken Bond's a good card. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, and you can put a land from your hand on the battlefield. 2 mana, it's not bad. It is a sorcery. Obviously, you're not going to get that effect in instant speed, but still, I like it. Good card. Can't say the same for Danitha Capuchin. The most generic knight tribal commander. Alright, got Song of Freya. Alright. Need On Sarah's Wings. Land of War Elves. Land of War Elves. On Sarah's Wings, and that's it. Dominaria done. I just pack up most of those orders. You're good, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good, and you're good. These guys still have more cards for them. So now that I'm working, Got the live stream up. Story time. So a while ago, I was in a buying mood. I picked up some old video games that I wanted. And while I was going through and buying these games, I came across a lot at what is effectively just a garage sale. And I forget how much I paid, but it had to have been under $15. I picked up, they're over there now, I can see them, 2 Sega Nomads. And the reason they were so cheap, despite being Sega Nomads, was because the guy who was selling them, he had them listed as spare parts. He didn't know if they worked or not. He didn't have a charger. And I guess he was just clearing out his garage. So of course I bought them. And when I got home, I placed an order on eBay for a charger for them. One of them turns on, and the other one doesn't. The one that turns on does not have a functioning screen. So at some point, I'm going to have to see. It also doesn't make sound, which is kind of concerning to me. But whatever. I'm going to see if I can't get that one in working condition. I have fixed Ataris and NESs before. I've never worked on a Genesis or a Sega Nomad. So, but I've got 2 Nomads. I'm hoping that with 2 broken ones, I can make 1 working one. Here's open. Rancor Prime, welcome, welcome. How are your cards sorted so that you can pull orders quickly? Cheers. I don't feel like I have a really special system. Everything is sorted by set and then alphabetically within the set. So with each individual game, I sort them by set differently. So let's grab the camera and move it. All right. Oh. So with Magic, everything is sorted by release date. So I've got Legends and such in the far corner, and then all the way down here is the newest stuff. When it comes to Force of Will, it's alphabetized. The sets are alphabetic. So there's Alice Origin, Assault on the Advent of the Demonic King, and at the top, and then Winds of Magic, whatever the hell, at the end. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is sorted, however. There's no sorting there. Digimon is not sorted at all. And Flesh and Blood is not sorted at all. I eventually plan on having Flesh and Blood organized by release, since that's what works easiest for me. But it is what it is. It helps that I've been working with Magic the most, so I've had the most opportunities with reorganizing them. Sooner or later, I will have to reorganize everything because I'm going to be putting a new system in place at some point. And none of this is going to be here. Probably. It's probably going to be over there in that corner, which is currently taken up by a giant pile of DVDs and other stuff. That's a problem for future Russell, though. So, yeah, no, it's not really organized in any special way. It's just as long as I know where everything's at, it's good. I like to think that I don't complicate things more than I have to. Like, I know some people online who they organize their collections by color, and then alphabetically within the color. And that's fine. I think that's fine, as long as you're comfortable knowing where everything is, and you don't lose track of it. Personally, I could not see myself with 100,000 cards on my inventory organized that way. It would drive me up the wall trying to find everything. See if I can move you for now. It's Theros Beyond Death. I'm going to be adding that to my inventory in a bit. You had everything sorted by color. Collection got too big. Resorted by set and alphabetical. Yeah. It's a story I've heard a few times now. I'm sure that for someone, there's someone out there where it doesn't matter how big their collection gets, they will continue to do it by color. But it's just not for me, and apparently not for you either. Got a lot of notifications on YouTube. I'll have to check out what that's about. Not for this channel, though. It's for the Lore Seeker channel. I hope it's the Ice Age video. I hope that got popular. Won't hold my breath, though. Not sure how long this live stream will be, since I don't have too many orders. 17's not a lot. But man, let me tell you guys, Sunday, I had like 30 plus orders on Sunday. It was nuts. I woke up and I was flabbergasted. Should have done a live stream for that. I was here for like almost 2 hours. Because the one order was freaking huge. Had me going all over the place. But, I don't know. What I really want to talk about, and it's probably going to get a video, I will probably not tonight, maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But the LSS released the set primer for the Hunted. And it got me super excited. Especially finally figuring out how Arachne works. So, looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. Let me tell you. The fact that you can't choose which of the Arachne aspects you transform into at the end of the turn, making it kind of random which superpower you get. I like that design a lot. I'm curious to see how it plays in Limited, since Limited is the only format in Flesh and Blood I'm kind of good at. Not very good, mind you. I don't think I've won any Limited events or anything. But it's the only format I've been kind of okay at. I think I have like a 50-50 win streak in Limited, as opposed to like my 20-80 win rate in every other format. So, yeah. I do wish I had the time to sit down and get a lot of practice in for a lot of these games. Not just Flesh and Blood, but I'd like to try out some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon I don't play outside of pre-release events, so I don't need to practice for that. It's pre-release. Can't really say I use a lot of brain power for that. But Flesh and Blood, definitely. I definitely want to get more fab practice in. 6 orders already. Not quite halfway, but it's fine. We've got Visions, Time Spiral, Time Spiral, Time Spiral. Any more Time Spiral? Double Masters. Gate Crash. Alright, let's just get these 5 out of the way. Visions. That's over here. Dark Privilege. Time Spiral Remastered. That's over here. In case you guys haven't caught on, the wheels on this chair are not perfect. It doesn't help that I'm fat, but still. What do you want? Mammoth, Dismember, and Rebuff the Wicked. What the hell even is that? Counter target spell that targets a permanent you control. Seems pretty good. Manatide, everybody knows Manatide. That card's good as hell. It's really good in Commander on turn 1 versus a Soul Ring. Did that to a buddy of mine once. He was not happy. And then Double Masters. Where did I put Double Masters? Whoa. Apprentice Wizard. Oh, thank God. Didn't lose it. These bad boys wrapped up. Was unaware that I had any translucent sleeves that were matte finish. Where did you come from? Oh well, as long as you work, who cares? As long as it does the job. Sooner or later, I'm going to be putting out surveys. That's what they're called. Surveys on the Lore Seeker channel and the Frank channel, just to see what kind of content you guys like. I know that with this channel, I've mostly just been kind of random, whatever tickles my interest that day. But I feel like I've done enough of a variety now for you guys to get an idea of, you know, maybe what you might like to see more of. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm out of ideas. I assure you, got loads of card games over there to talk about. Loads of miniatures games. I got a whole box of Mage Knight and Hero Clicks lying around that I should probably talk about at some point. That's a hell of a game. And yes, I do treat Mage Knight, Hero Clicks, and Horror Clicks as one game. I know there are some people out there who are adamant that they are separate, but look, buddy, I don't care. I treat them the same game. They same core mechanics, same basic types of models. It's the same thing. Got into a big argument with someone about that once. A buddy of mine. And he was like, no, they're separate properties. You can't mix and match them. And I was like, look, buddy, I can have Cthulhu fighting Galactus, fighting the five-headed Apocalypse Dragon. It's one game. Can't really have Cthulhu fighting anything. You don't control Cthulhu, but you know what I mean. Oh. Oh, thirsty. And I don't have any water out here. Be right back. Why do I not have any water out here? What's wrong with me? Back. I bring life-sustaining water, which I need. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. This is the threat. Where were we? Oh yeah, Mage Knight. Hero clicks, Mage Knight. All that good shit. Over there somewhere in that pile of boxes, got a big old stack of Mage Knights. And then over there on my statue shelf, I've got Cthulhu, the five-headed dragon, the bigger Mage Knights, horror clicks, hero clicks, whatever. The bigger models. I do like playing the game, but there's nobody around here who wants to play that. Everybody who's interested in miniature war games is playing Warhammer or something else. So, it is what it is. I used to have... Did he fall? Yeah, he's probably gone. I don't know where he went. Had a really cool skeleton dude from Mage Knight. He was on my desk for the longest time. Must have put him away. Oh well. Now all I've got is this thing. Hidden behind the charger cable. I feel like I've talked about this never. But if anybody out there recognizes what this thing is, where it's from, and where I can learn more about it, I would really appreciate it. Might make this a short for the channel. Just, what is this? Where is it from? How can I find out more? Because, I don't know, this has been in my collection of random crap for years now, and I've never figured out what the hell it is. So if somebody could point that out to me, I'd be really grateful. Or at the very least, point me in the right direction. Anywho. Of course, I'm coughing again. Not much else to talk about. Although I suppose I can give you guys a preview of my opinions on this whole prismatic evolutions situation. And let me tell you, it's not a good opinion. I say this as somebody who is friends with multiple LGS owners who has been a friend with LGS owners since he was very small. There are two kinds of LGS owners who cancel product. There is the small, very small LGS, maybe has 1 or 2 employees plus the owner. And they thought that they were getting a sizable amount of orders. So they put some up for pre-order, took the money, moved it to the next product, but distribution slashed their pre-orders. So they're not getting as much as they wanted. And now they had to cancel, which is unfortunate. Really feel bad situation all around. Those guys just made an honest mistake. They took pre-orders for a highly anticipated set, and you know, I know a lot of people say don't do pre-orders, it always leads to bad times down the road, but you know, if it works for so long and you've got no reason to suspect it'll stop working, you know, in the moment doing pre-orders can seem like a good idea, so I'm not going to judge you for doing that. So that's the first type of store owner who does it, and they're just, you know, unlucky. You can't fault them for, you know, trying to do something nice, like a pre-order. Whatever. But the other type of store owner is the kind that got their allocation. Distribution did not slash their pre-orders. At least not by enough that they didn't have any, you know? These guys want money. A lot of it. And so even though they do have enough to fulfill pre-orders, they cancel the pre-orders anyway and then relist the ETBs on their website for market price. Let me tell you, I'm straight up not a fan of those store owners. Because they tend to not be small stores with 1 or 2 employees maximum. They tend to not be one guy who's very passionate about the games he's selling, who just wants to have fun and make some money doing what they love. They tend to be very business-minded individuals who see any opportunity to make a buck as an opportunity worth screwing over their customers for. I am straight up not a fan of those guys. And there's a lot more to this whole situation, I know. There's a lot going on with this Evolution set. But what I want to say, and what I'll talk more about in its own video, is very simple. If you buy from a store online and they cancel your pre-order and then relist the product at a higher price point, they have lost the right to your money forever. Simple as. It's just firmly what I believe. If a store does that to you, fuck them. It's happened to me several times in the past. I know some good friends that it's happened to, but yeah, it's just not something I tolerate. Will they sell prismatic evolutions at Walmart? Yeah, Walmart, Target, Kmart, all the big box retail stores are going to get some in. Now, whether or not you are going to be able to buy them is up in the air. I've got a Walmart in this town, a Kmart nearby. I got 3 Walmarts within pretty close proximity, all within like a 15-minute drive. There's a lot of Walmarts around here. But, where was I? Yeah, big box retailers are going to get them in. But the thing is, people who are looking to make a $100 return, because MSRP is $50, current market price is between $140, $160, $170. you bet your bottom dollar there's people going around buying these everywhere they can find them. Just everywhere, they're going to clear those stores out, and they get hefty profit online. I gave up fighting the chair. Just gonna stand and walk like a peasant. Oh, wow, I have a lot of these. 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. Not as much as I just did, though. This guy's buying 10 of them. Gate crash. Ivy Lane Denizen. This is Bree. Hey, how are you? You'll be pleased to know that I am over the flu. Still have a cough because my lungs are probably messed up, but hey, I'm an old guy. As long as it doesn't kill me, I'll be fine. Thanks for Prime. I was at Costco today for the Blooming Waters release. They had 50 shopping carts for 10 boxes each, and they limited to 1 cart per customer. Everyone bought a whole cart. Very nice with the toasty fire. Yeah, cozy. I'm really fond of the setup I have here. Once it's more cleaned up, I plan on doing more videos at different angles around the entire garage so you guys can get more variety. But Blooming Waters. What's that? Is that Lorcana? I'm asking you directly, Rancor Prime. I have no idea what Blooming Waters is. I feel like Pokemon. Huh? Eh? It's not like a normal box, is it? That's like one of those... It's one of those specialty wide box things, right? 151 Premium Collection? Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah. So, it's one of those specialty products, not a normal box. Okay, I get you. People are buying whole carts of that? Hey, if it sells, right? 151 is a popular set. Still popular. I feel like if you can get a hold of it, some CLDTBs of that would be nice, but missed that train and not sweating over it. By the way, when you have time, definitely check out RE Stream so you can stream on Twitch at the same time. All in one. The just chatting section on Twitch would be perfect for this. If I can do that on my phone, awesome. If not, then I don't know if you've caught on yet, but I'm technologically illiterate. So, if it's easy to do, I'll probably give it a try. But I am what they call an idiot, so I try to avoid doing anything that's too technical or complicated. These out the door. You're good to go. This might just use up all my stamps. Should the first one on Google and free, lol, easy peasy. Well, I'll check it out, see if it works on my phone. Since that's the only way I have to stream right now. I don't have some fancy camera or anything. It's just the same phone I use to make videos. Alright. Yeah, so Blooming Waters, if I had to guess, Blooming Waters is a Blastoise and Venusaur collection with no Charizard. Am I right? It's got no Charizard. Am I right? Working beautifully. 100%. Yeah. But people are buying it anyway. Blastoise and Venusaur. Yep. But people are eating that thing up anyway because 151 was a fan favorite set. And I think it will continue to be a fan favorite set long into the future. I feel like 151 is one of those sets where 10 years from now people are going to be like, damn, that was an awesome set. They're going to be nostalgic for it and all kinds of shit. Me, that's how I feel about Pokemon Go. Love that set. And I'm going to continue to buy it. I'm probably going to be buying a case of the ETBs next month. If I have some money for it. Always the stipulation of if I have money. But I really enjoy that set. I've had a blast cracking it open. I keep seeing loose products of it for cheap, which is always really nice. Like those Dragonite deck boxes that I keep buying. These things. Get a sip of water. Sippy, sippy. This thing's heavier than I thought it would be. Oh, down I go. These, I keep buying these. The Dragonite V-Star Premium Deck Holder Collection. And the tins. Friggin' love these. Love these too. This comes with like a Pokeball shaped deck box. Not a really good one. It's not a really good one, but I still love it a lot. Put you guys back where you were. Notice that there's a little glare on the camera. How's it looking now? Still a bit glary, but whatever. Yeah. Even if I'm the only person who likes Pokemon Go as a set, I'm going to continue to buy it. Because, A, I think it's hilariously undervalued. Most people have turned up their noses at the set, and it's not hard to see why. It didn't have anything amazing in it. The only, decent card, Charizard, was reprinted not long after, so whatever. But I do like it a lot. I love the Ditto. The peelable Ditto stickers. I think those are amazing. I love that shit. I want to get those graded. But yeah, not only do I think it's undervalued, but I really think it's just a fun set. So if I ever get to a point where, if there was only one Pokemon product I could buy assuming they were all equally priced and I had to choose one, it would probably be Pokemon Go. Or Scarlet Violet base, because I do like Scarlet Violet base a lot. More than any of the other Scarlet Violet sets that have released. Probably going to buy more of that too in the near future. But I want to focus on Go because it's the one I like more. Base set, Fossil, Jungle. I'm excluding like the oldest stuff because, like, obviously, if I had an opportunity to buy like, I don't know, Gym Challenge for MSRP, obviously I would buy Gym Challenge, right? Or Fossil. Yeah, Fossil's a really good one too. Like, I do like me some Kabutops. He's a really cool Pokemon. He's a dinosaur crab demon thing. But like I suppose my earlier statement was, if I had to choose a recent set to buy up, I would choose Go or Scarlet Violet base. One of those two. Assuming everything was equal. Because, like, yeah, like, man, could you imagine, like, yeah, obviously, if it was collecting too, you know. I'm not sure what old set I would prefer to have if I was collecting old stuff. Like, I'm a huge fan of the Gym Challenge stuff, Gym Heroes, the old Team Rocket. Good set, good set. Neo Genesis. I don't know. If there was one old Pokemon set that I would like to collect, I haven't collected a Pokemon set, now that I think about it. I don't have a full set of any Pokemon. That just occurred to me. I've got Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I got Light of Destruction First Edition. Really proud about that. I've got some Magic. Throne of Eldraine, Ice Age. That's a video. Go check it out. It's on my other channel. Yeah, little sponsor by myself there. Fallen Empires. I've got a full play set of Fallen Empires. Hang on, have I showed you guys this yet? I know I've probably talked about it over on my other channel. This binder has my favorite, one of my favorite Magic sets in it. These binders. Tumis Hakila going to sleep. Give me a quick rundown on who impregnated the cat god of Alamket. Yeah, Aketra has a son, and we're not told where he came from. That's all I know. We're working on Revise. Revise is a great set to collect, my friend. This is a full play set. Fallen Empires. One of the worst sets in Magic history. I love it so much. This set's so awful. Look at that. They're so bad. And because it's a full play set, including 4 copies of each of the alternate arts, it's so big it needs 2 binders. But I am so glad to have it. Haku-sama, hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is the rest of, yeah. Red, Goblin Warrens into green. Elven Fortress, Org. I love this set so much, guys. But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I've got, how long have you been collecting? Let me put these away, and then I'll answer that question. So that's a bit of a complicated answer to get because so I have been collecting card games since I was very young. I want to say I was 11-ish when Yu-Gi-Oh! Released over here in the States. And I had a huge Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection. My mom eventually threw it out. Really sad about that. She thought it was satanic, whatever. But even after that, I had been buying Yu-Gi-Oh! And collecting it up until about 2014. So for 14 years, like 12 years. 12 years around, I had been buying up Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards that I liked. And I had a decent sized collection, but in 2014, I actually sold all of it, including a really cool deck that I built over the course of like 3 years. Because I was sick of the game, I was sick of the power creep, and I took the money I made there and moved over to Magic. About a year and a half later is actually when I opened up my first store. So 2015 into 2016-ish. Had to have been 2016 because I opened my store like a month and a half before Battle for Zendikar. And I think that was 2016. I'm probably wrong though. My memory's not perfect. Uprising. Uprising. Is this B? Yeah. So, yeah, I started collecting Magic, and then I was a store. I was a store for about a year. And then after that, I kind of... Like, I continued to collect and buy up cards when I wanted, but the only thing I was focusing on for like a year and a half after I closed down was a very small Force of Will collection that I was really proud of at the time, even though it was like 100 cards maximum by the time I was done with it, whatever. But I was really focusing on my Sliver deck for Magic the Gathering. I had a Sliver, still have it, a Sliver Commander deck that I put over 10 years of effort into building up. It's got 7 out of the 10 dual lands. Got a bunch of decently powerful older cards in it. And it's just been my pride and joy for years. Well, there's a lot of Biller Mirage. But believe it or not, I had not been actively collecting much of anything up until 2018. Do I have a queen? You got the queen. Do I have a queen? I've got 4. You got the queen. Oh, this guy wants 9 copies of all of these cards. Holy crap. Hang on one second. 2, 4, 6. Do I have a queen? Let me finish this order, okay? I'll show you. That's 9. This guy wants a lot. Alright. I have 4, so the Bearded Man, yeah, it's true, I got 4. I have 1 in my deck for the Commander deck. I have a damaged copy that sits in that box. There's a story behind that. I'm not going to talk about it. I have the oversized foil one from the Commander Anthology, and I got one more. This bad boy has a story behind it too. Love opening up this box. Where you at? There you are. Check it out, boys. That right there is my PSA 10 Sliver Queen. It's a beautiful card. Love this thing so freaking much. This has a great story behind it. Actually, this is my proudest possession. When I die, I'm being buried with it. And you might think that's a joke, but I am being very serious. So the story goes, a few years ago now, my brother, for my birthday 1 year, not too long ago, Rising Resentment. Oh, wow. Let's get the searing touch. So my brother, one year for my birthday, my brother bought me a box, a whole box of Stronghold. We cracked it together, and we pulled a Sliver Queen out of it, and a Mox Diamond, which is just the best. We also pulled a Volrath Stronghold, which is pretty hype. But yeah, we pulled the Queen and a Mox Diamond. I kept the Queen for myself. He got the Diamond. We sent them both off for grading. And the Queen came back a 10. So now... I am the proud owner of a PSA 10 Sliver Queen. It's not the rarest item in my possession. I have rarer cards. But I do not have any item in my possession that means more to me from a sentimental standpoint. There is no item I own that means more to me. Because, you know, how do you beat that? How do you beat, you know, you pulled it right from the pack. It was a gift from your brother, the box itself. You send it off for grading right away and it comes back a 10. Like, how do you beat that? You don't. Like, it's just so perfect. Rising Resentment Red. This guy's order was 36 cards. Just gotta throw it out. Great voice, man. I appreciate it. I've been told since I was a teenager that I have a voice and face for radio. I'm hoping. I have been trying to get into voice acting, sort of, kind of. I browse Casting Call Club, I think is the name of the website, from time to time, and I do apply. Hey, Nightmare Warden. You said hey twice. It's kind of spooky. You good? I hope so. That was 36 divided by 4. course it's 9. Duh. Trying to mess with me. Yeah, the Flesh and Blood story ratings were good. I'm kind of sad that I stopped doing those on the Lore Seeker channel. I'd like to do them again in the future, but there was zero interest from the wider audience, which is fine. You know, it is what it is. You can't force people to watch what they aren't interested in, after all. You can just try again with something else and see what happens, right? That's all you can do. Which is fine by me. Magic is still a special case with the depth of lore. You are correct in regards to the depth of lore, but it's important to understand that the depth of Magic's lore does not come from the last few years. Most of Magic's deep lore is over 10 years old, now that I think about it. Because Khans of Tarkir was 2014. I'm old. And I do consider the Khans block to be the last good blast of lore for Magic the Gathering. I do kind of consider everything that happens afterwards to be inferior. Not necessarily worse, because there are some stories. Resident Evil 4 came out 20 years ago. Ah! Don't say that, that's awful. Why would you say that to me? I'm old! I'm old! Ugh. That does physical damage to me. But yeah, no, when it comes to the lore, like, there are good stories released after 2014. There's Children of the Nameless, which I like quite a lot. But it's very difficult for me to argue that anything released after 2014 is deep in terms of world building, character, personalities, etc. It's a lot of it's very shallow, which is unfortunate. And, you know, what can you do? We're going to get properly orky orcs when we return to Tarkir, reckless scrappy goblins. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get anything good. I have zero expectations for return to Tarkir. I saw the advertisement art they're using for it, and it straight out bummed me out. It looked like AI art for our return to that world. And that's really unfortunate, because Tarkir is like my second favorite Magic world next to Lorwyn. I love Tarkir, man. A lot. I loved reading about the clans and their cons. I loved all the side stories. I loved the little interactions you could glean, and all the nice little flavor tidbits, and how well fleshed out the world was, just from what little they gave us back then. But damn, I am not interested in a return. I am super depressed about that. I wonder if they'll make a female orc or half orc, human legendary. They'll be able to make some money. We're just getting to Garona from WoW. I mean, yeah, possibly. Oh. Wonder if they'll reprint Orcish Bowmaster. Sooner or later. It's a pretty popular card with a pretty strong effect. Tarkir would not be a bad place to put it in a Mardu reprint, but I don't know. feel like rather than buying a case of Return to Tark here, I'd be happier just buying like a few boxes of the OG stuff. I think that's what I'll do. I think instead of buying any of the Return to Tark here set, I'm just going to buy some old stuff. Maybe one of each. Maybe I'll have like a big draft event with some friends. I could live stream that, but I probably won't. Water, 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 water. I just made myself sad thinking about Tark here. Oh well. I'll live. Up we go. Drop it next time. Thanks for swinging by, Haku. Hope you gleaned something from this. Of course, have a good night. That's not good. Get in there. Bigger order, so you get the butterfly stamp. It's all good because we're about done here anyway. There's that. Let's stamp you up. And with this, and right there is the last order. So Haku picked a good time to end it. So unless you guys have any quick questions, let me to ramble and answer too quick. Feel like we're done. Let's go mark those orders. All right, well. Yeah. Cleared out. Thank you guys for joining me for another productivity live stream. I'm not sure what my next video will be about. Probably Flesh and Blood now that I think about it, because there's a lot to be excited about. What a good game. But yeah, see you kids in either my next live stream or my next video. Who knows when either those will be. Have a great night, guys. Ciao. Bop, 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 bop. It won't close out. The live stream refuses to close. What the crap?